about your holidays when you were growing up?
Oh, so it was all about family. We'd go to Grandma's house, and I remember early in the morning, we'd have our Christmas, our little family Christmas, and we didn't have a whole lot back then. So I think we got 3 presents each or something like that. It was just so special, though. Grandma's house was wonderful because all the cousins would come there.
Oh,
and we'd have a huge meal, and Grandma would be cooking all day. But what's different about then versus now is she prepared 2 meals. So we would have lunch, which they called dinner, at noon.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd all eat, and then we'd play games and run around outside if it was warm enough. And then at 4 or 5 o'clock, we'd have leftovers. So it would be our supper.
Oh, wow.
So we'd spend the whole day at Grandma and Grandpa's house.
Yeah.
So family.
And that was every holiday, or was it just mostly Christmas that you?
That was mostly Christmas. Also, we'd always have a surprise visit by Santa. So one of the cousins would be Santa and ring the doorbell and bring us all a gift. And yeah, it was just.
Did that ever scare you?
No,
'Cause I remember
never.
when we were little, we used to have St. Nick come the 6th of December, I think, is when St. Nick comes.
Okay.
And he would come with that, pole with the bells, and he'd, boo, boo, boo,
Scare you.
tell us what you've done.
No, our Santa was nice.
Yeah, but then we'd get candy canes or something, in the end, because, we would definitely tell, all the things that we've been really good.
One of the holidays I remember too is May Day. I used to always pick flowers and put them in a basket and ring my grandmother's doorbell and hide. So she'd open the door and see the basket and say, "Oh, someone brought me flowers." And she always knew it was us girls.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
May Day was
really
very
sweet.
special in Iowa. Yeah, the flowers were just blooming and they were really pretty. And we'd go mushroom hunting for memorial mushrooms about that same time too. And
I remember doing that once with you here.
yeah.
We did a lot.
Yeah, we did. Easter, I remember Mom and Dad just hiding Easter eggs and having an Easter basket. They'd hide the Easter basket. One time I found it in the oven. The oven wasn't on. But that took forever to find that Easter basket.
I never even think about hiding.
I know, right? What a good spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we didn't do a lot of community things like with the town or anything, but we just always did family things with every holiday.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Easter, we used to always color eggs. And so that's kind of the tradition that I brought into the family. And, it's always Saturday before.
Right.
Yeah. And then hiding them all and remembering where did I put them all.
Yes, for sure.
Your favorite holiday?
Thanksgiving.
Really? How come?
I don't know. It just seems it's not so stressful.
Oh, seriously?
For my family? No, not at all. We'll get together. When we get together, we'll have like a turkey one time and then not have like on Christmas or whatever, have something totally different. But I don't know. It's just, to me, it's not that stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it depends on what my sisters have planned, whether we all get together and then, my niece and nephew, or my niece and her husband and family come and drive up from Denver or from where we're all together, or just my sisters and maybe Russell. I don't know. It just doesn't seem that stressful to me. I mean, I always make sure that I have, if it's just a few people, where we just don't get a turkey. I say roast a chicken. Make a smaller Thanksgiving dinner, or who says you have to have turkey or anything? Whatever you want to have. And you just watch football all day and and watch some kind of movie later on.
So you had your grandma and your great grandma. Did you have any special holidays that you remember from spending time with them?
Christmas.
Yeah,
Always
is that
Christmas.
Your favorite?
Mhm.
Mine too.
Yeah. Just the lights and all of a sudden everybody's just on their best behavior,
I don't know if that's so much anymore.
Well, not when you're an adult, but when you're a kid,
when you are a
everybody's
kid.
just so nice, all of a sudden it's a great time. Family comes together. Grandma's always decorated. They were big into crochet and all that stuff. So I have 2 little snowmen that they had crocheted little, you know what I mean?
Did you ever learn how to crochet them?
Yeah,
Do
they
you still do it?
Sometimes. Yeah. I got through really bad chemo nights when they had me on the steroids, and I was just crocheting because I needed something to get my brain off of it.
Thanksgiving. I think because it's for
Really?
everybody, you know, I mean, I think to be grateful and to be thankful, and I love food. I'm a foodie, and I think COVID, it's starting to kind of catch up with me that I enjoy it a lot because I'm aging. It's, you know, it's there. But I love food. I love a beautiful set table. I also, you know, I love Easter too. I love Christmas. I love them all.
Did you get together as a
We
family,
did.
like your just immediate family, or did you have extended family
We
as
have
well?
a big extended family. Yeah, a lot of people are still up in Denver. A big, huge family. My father was killed in a car accident when I was 21. He was 47, so that's when all that
Sorry to hear that.
circumstance happened. But we still stayed in touch and very close with my dad's side of the family. But my sister and I, and you know, our families, you know, we celebrate together. But I made it a high priority. I even set tea settings for my children when they were like 5, 6, and 7, and you know, we would celebrate with it's just important, you know, to have that time to connect.
Well, that's one of the things that growing up we always had breakfast. Well, breakfast, we were Mom would get up early in the morning and she would make us all breakfast. There were 8 kids.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so she would make hot breakfast for us, and then Fridays would be our cold cereal or whatever day.
Oh.
But and then lunch and dinner were always at the family table. No telephone, no TVs. I mean, we didn't have a TV that was close by because, you know, that was before you had a TV in every room.
Yeah.
Or you had the open concept of, you know, everybody being in the same room with the TV in the living room and all that kind of stuff. And that's what I kind of brought to my kids. And that was one of the things that even for holidays, you know, I mean, Thanksgiving, I love Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving food. That's like my favorite food, right?
Yeah.
But for like Thanksgiving, we would still, even if the football games were on, the TV would go off while everybody would eat. And everybody would be, you know, 5 different tables, you know, because it was all the extended family that would be around. So,
that's setting a beautiful table, or even just a picnic for me is I love that so much. And meal times for our family was really important too. I was coined the green smoothie mom in our neighborhood. You know, it used to be the Kool-Aid mom when I was growing up, but the kids would flock to our house, and I love that so much. And it's still that way. Our son, he's now in the Space Force officer, and had the ROTC guys and the cadets at our house a lot. We just love having a big, you know, island of food, and you know, charcuterie was something I think I created actually, because it was like a graze table.
Right, yes.
Before it was cool, but
before they had a name for it.
Yes, we were Christian, so we celebrated all the Christian holidays, and you know, just really enjoyed it. My mom always made the holidays special.
Did you have any favorite meals or anything that or any specific holiday that you liked the most?
Christmas. You know, pretty much per my request, we would always have turkey for usually both Christmas and Thanksgiving. Being in Florida, we did not have much of our family down there, so a lot of times it might have just been us. So she tried to make it special,
as she could,
even though it was just the 4 of us, like normal.
So you're talking about when I'm growing up?
Yeah, or even now. Yep.
I like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I love my mom. So my mom passed a few months ago, but my mom made the best food. Yeah. And I'm not...
Did she like to cook? Because
she did up until she was probably maybe 70-ish.
Oh, okay.
And then she was like, okay, I'm just kind of tired of it. But when we were going back to Minnesota and we'd let her know, she would say, you know, what are some things you want me to make while you're back?
Yeah, that's neat. My mom hates cooking.
Yeah.
But she's such a good cook.
I've got 16, 17 nieces and nephews. So everybody's kind of got their own thing going on. But I'll try to bring my mom to whatever, whoever decides to host the holidays. I get I'm the chauffeur of grandma. So
what's your favorite holiday? What was your favorite when you were growing up, and what is it now?
Growing up, it was Christmas. It was, we didn't have a lot of money at all, at all. But somehow Christmas ended up being just presents,
Same here.
And you just don't see, you don't see those struggles that your parents go through. At least I didn't. And now I'll probably say Thanksgiving. Probably Thanksgiving. Christmas kind of felt away, just the just the commercialization of it is just hard to get past. The religious side is great, but everything else is just it's almost sad with what it's turned into. But yeah, probably Thanksgiving. That's when most of my family, we almost all get together Thanksgiving. And
I think that Christmas now too, as being an adult, we understand how well our parents did trying to bring the family together and how stressful it is. Bringing all the kids together. And I mean, it's like when I'm around a lot of noise with a lot of kids screaming and playing, I have to remind myself, it's a good thing. But it's like,
Halloween's a fun one too. Halloween. I've learned to.
That's a holiday?
No, I think it is.
I know, I say that, but I know it is.
I used to do 4th of July, and now I'm just like, I love the fire, but they never get old. It never gets old. Like I'll
go to the baseball games.
Like a little kid. You see like the really big ones. And ooh and ah. And it's like, it's just like actually still. It's like seeing deer around town.
Yes, exactly.
It's like, oh my gosh, look at the deer.
A foreign country, did you celebrate different holidays while you were out there? Or was it more cultural, whatever they did?
I'll give you one example. Indonesia is primarily Islamic. But there's one island, Bali, that's predominantly Hindu. Hindus in Bali have this festival where over a couple days they seek to scare off evil spirits and then do a whole silent blackout, shade strong. No one will trick the spirits that no one's there. This practice, obviously, we respect it and would follow the blackout on that day. Obviously, didn't try and scare away spirits, but we respect him not going out. And then on the Muslim islands, Ramadan, you make allowances. You're woken up every morning at 5 a.m. by the call to prayer. Whether you're practicing Muslim or not. So it's more of an issue of respect. And we would celebrate Thanksgiving, 4th of July. But, that was our own thing. Not forcing it on them.
Right. What about Christmas? Did you guys celebrate Christmas?
Actually, interestingly enough, the Muslims recognize Christmas.
Okay.
It just doesn't have the same import for them, and so we certainly celebrated that.
That's awesome. Holidays were spent with everybody, like
Family.
when I was growing up. It's like, I don't know. I know I do remember like little pieces of when I was really young where we would have Christmas brunch at our house, and then we go to grandma's, my dad's mom's, for Christmas dinner or whatever. And it was always kind of that way with even Thanksgiving. You know, we'd go to, I don't know if we went to church on Thanksgiving, but you know, we would get together and then with mom's side of the family, and then, you know, I mean, it was just kind of interesting. And I don't know if a lot of people do that now.
Well, I definitely try to with the family that I built here in Colorado. My my 3 adult children, 2 of them are still living here. You know, one with her significant other, her husband, and their 2 kids, so my grandbabies. You know, we always get together. My oldest is living in Florida now, but he's very involved in family, and he just loves being around family. He's got that nostalgia about him. He just loves family.
Yeah.
And then with all my step kiddos and their significant others, and you know, family is very important.
I would say I loved decorating the Christmas tree. That was our biggest holiday tradition that I loved to do. My mom and my stepdad always enjoyed a bottle of champagne and watch the kids as we all decorated the tree. And back then, of course, we had cats, but we still did the tinsel one by one, artistically on every single angle on the tree. I had it down. No.
Okay. So you were the balancer, right?
Yes. And then I was so tiny, but I would get up on a little ladder and all the way. I freaked out. I loved it. But it was so much fun. It was just that one time of year that was just
And
fun.
did you do that like some people do it Christmas Eve, others do it like right after Thanksgiving. That's when I do.
Right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It's a thing. I loved, and we would keep it up after New Year's, like till January 5th or something.
Yeah.
And I still try to do the same. I love Christmas.
Yeah. I love all the lights.
But I love Thanksgiving too. Because that's a time of gratitude and Thanksgiving. And that is my family knows that is my holiday.
Really?
I love.
And
being grateful.
you are very good at entertaining, I think, anyway.
Thank you.
I've only been, entertained by you for, a couple times.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
I really enjoy that about showing up and knowing that you're such you're just so
Thank you, Sandy.
Oh my gosh, but you can definitely tell that you do enjoy entertaining and bringing people together.
I love people. Gift of hospitality. I love it.
Was your mom a stay-at-home mom then?
Yeah, my mom is a stay-at-home mom. Normally, like family celebrations, or big holiday celebrations, we would celebrate with friends and invite other families over.
Oh, that's neat.
So my mom's family lived over in Montrose, so we didn't really go there much for holidays. We typically would drive over to the Western Slope for like a summer vacation to spend time with her sister or her brother, and hang out there for maybe a week if we could.
Yeah.
But we didn't have any other family in Colorado Springs.
Do you have a favorite holiday that that your family used to celebrate together?
Definitely Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. I think that it's just a wonderful time to bring like friends together, and I love that it's not as stressful as Christmas.
Oh, you don't think so?
I don't think Thanksgiving is as stressful because like Christmas you have to do the meal and all the presents and all the decorating. And I'm like, okay, Thanksgiving we would just normally
But you decorate so beautifully. I mean, anytime I've ever come to an event that you have it all set up where it's like, wow, I wish I had.
Well, my mom was a really good hostess. So that must be something that I learned from her. I remember when I was little, she would host bridge parties at the house. And so when she'd have her bridge friends over, they had all of the tablecloths, like linen tablecloths and napkins, and we had to bring out the special dishes.
Yeah.
And I remember cleaning the house for the bridge party. And those ladies would just play bridge all afternoon while I was at school. And I'm like, well, I just want to know what's the food that's left over so I can have some good snacks.
I think that's the same way now. It's like when
when I entertain, I think, okay, whatever's left over, what do I want today?
My grandparents had 7 kids, so like, tons of cousins. Like we all kind of grew up in the same town. Like we would ride our bikes all over town and stuff. And so some of my absolute favorite memories was like around the holidays, like all of us would get together around Thanksgiving and hang out at the grandparents' house. But I lived in the same small town as 3 sets of grandparents because I had my dad's parents, my mom's parents, and my stepdad's parents all in the same town. So around Christmas time, I would literally like ride to one grandparent's house on my bicycle and help them set up their Christmas tree and then go to the next one and the next one. I was always the one. And so it's super special to me now that some of them have passed on, that I've somehow inherited their Christmas decorations, which is so meaningful. That just gave me chills. That's cool. Because I was the one who always helped set them up, and I didn't ask for the Christmas. It's just they somehow found their way to me, and I always thought that was like super magical. So I love Christmas time just for putting up the decorations because it just brings me back so much nostalgia.
Yeah.
Get out all the decorations. So.
Yeah. So again, in some sort of loss, you can find that happy piece that brings back good memories.